Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 6th grade concept of converting units. This is standard 6.4H in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 16 off the Redesign Practice Online STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So the square has a perimeter of 32 inches. I've got 8 inches on the side. 8 times 4 makes 32. They already give that to us. I simply need to find the perimeter of the square in feet rather than inches. So I'm converting feet to inches. And in case we forget, we do have that reference material that we can choose. And we do see towards the bottom there on the left, 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. All right, so let's see if we can draw a representation of this. Okay, so I have got a total of 32 inches. So you see we've got my total right here. So when we're drawing a strip diagram, remember our total is usually going to go up on the top. So I'm just going to draw this right here. 32 inches. Inside each of those inches, I'm going to get groups of 12, right? Because 12 inches equals 1 foot. And I need to change my inches into feet. So here's my question, right? How many 12s can I fit in my 32? Okay, how many sets of 12 can I make? So we've got a few different options, right? One option would be to divide. So we can divide 12 into 32. 12 doesn't go into 3, 12 goes into 32, not even 3 times, it only goes in twice, right? So that's going to be 24, and that's going to be 8 left over. Or some of you might have done this, right? You might have just done, you know what? You can actually do repeated subtraction here. So minus 12, that's going to get you 20, minus another 12, that's going to get you 8 left over. I've got 2 sets of 12. So it ends up being the same thing, but you can use repeated subtraction as another form of division, just like repeated addition can be another form of multiplication. But it's not just 2 feet. You've got these 8 inches left over. So what do we do with the remainder? Well, in 4th grade, right, we would do a remainder 8. But we don't really do remainders much anymore. We have to do something with the remainder. So we could always add a decimal, right? We can always add a decimal, add a 0, and we can just keep going until it doesn't have any more remainder. But you notice that I'm dealing with fractions. So at least on 2 of the answers. So how do we deal with that with a fraction? Well, let me show you this again. I'm going to go 12 into 32, that goes in twice, that's 24, there's 8 left over. Okay, so when you are dealing with a fraction with a division problem that has a remainder, you can actually build a mixed number. Okay, so your whole number is going to be just whatever is your quotient, right? So in this case, it's going to be 2. But this 8 is going to end up being, your remainder ends up being your numerator. And you can actually bring your divisor, because you're looking for sets of 12, it actually becomes your denominator. So 2 and 8/12. It's a little bit better than saying 2 remainder 8. And if you wanted to do decimal, you can end up doing that. You get the same equivalent decimal-wise of 2 and 8/12. Now, 2 and 8/12, right? We need to think, can we simplify this? Yeah, I can simplify 8/12 because I can divide both top and bottom by 4s, right? Because as long as you're dividing top and bottom by the same number, 4 over 4 is equal to 1. Anything divided by 1 is itself. I'm just making it look different. So I'm not messing with the whole number of 2, but I'm going to say 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So there we go. 2 remainder 8 is really 2 and 8/12, which is really 2 and 2/3. My answer is D.